It looks like House leadership wants to delay any release of the Epstein files, at least until the fall.
Here's what I would say about the Epstein files. There is no daylight between the House Republicans, the House, and the President on maximum transparency. He has said that he wants all the credible files related to Epstein to be released. He's asked the Attorney General to request the grand jury files of the court. All of that is in process right now. My belief is we need the administration to have the space to do what it is doing, and if further congressional action is necessary or appropriate, then we'll look at that. But I don't think we're at that point right now because we agree with the president.
So no vote on this resolution before August recess.
That was House Speaker Mike Johnson talking to reporters just this afternoon. As I've been reporting, there are currently at least 2 pieces of legislation moving through the House to force the Trump administration to release the Epstein files. Both of those efforts are being led by Republicans. But as you just heard in that clip, Speaker Johnson says he's not going to put any bill that deals with the Epstein files on the floor this week. And that is super important for you to understand, because if it doesn't happen this week, then it can't happen until September at the earliest. And that's because on Thursday of this week, the House is scheduled to go on their August recess. And they will not be back to Washington, D.C. until after Labor Day. It's like 5 weeks away. Republican Thomas Massie with Democrat Ro Khanna is leading one of those Epstein file release efforts through what's called a discharge petition. That type of bill would force a vote on the House floor, regardless of what the speaker says. But in order to do that, there are some rules. The sponsors have to wait 7 legislative days, and then once the petition is ripe, collect 218 signatures. After that, the speaker would have 2 legislative days to schedule the vote. Well, those rules and the comments made by the speaker today have upset Representative Massie, who told Johnson today on social media, "We should not punt this until after the 5-week recess, nor should we wait for my discharge petition to ripen and collect the required signatures to force the vote." Unfortunately, the rules are the rules, and at best, it looks like the signatures will have to be gathered, and this won't move on the House floor until after the August recess. Now, between now and then, we may get some of the filings from the courts. As I reported in my Facts HQ email on Friday, the Department of Justice filed this request with the federal court in New York to unseal grand jury testimony. But that really is only limited to Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, not any potential co-conspirators. And the release is up to the judge in that case, and there's no telling what he will say or how long that'll take. But as the press secretary said today, nothing is stopping the Department of Justice and FBI from releasing any credible evidence from the Epstein file.
The president has said if the Department of Justice and the FBI want to move forward with releasing any further credible evidence, they should do so. As to why they have or have not or will, you should ask the FBI about that.